Hi Blossom, it's Mrs. Shaw again. We're going to do a little bit of maths again. We're going to be revising our third calculation, which is, let me see you doing it. It's like an X, multiplication, okay? We've done it in class, but we're just going to have a bit more of a practice today, and then you can have a practice at home. So show me the symbol again. Again. Well done. So all the words that mean that symbol, we've got lots of, we've got groups of, we've got multiply, and we've got multiplication. So if you ever saw those in a problem, you think, oh, that means groups of, lots of. Okay, so we're going to have a bit of a practice on some fluency, so some simple multiplication sentences, and I'm going to show you how you can draw images to help you to solve them. Okay, so let's have a go on this board. So going to do it with applying our 2s, 5s and 10s, because I know that you're really good at counting in 2s, 5s and 10s now. So this means 4 lots of groups of 2. So we're going to practice like we've done in class. So we need to draw 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inside, it says there's 2, so it could be 2 apples, 2 oranges, 2 people, 2 squares, 2 triangles, whatever. So to make it easy for us, you can draw circles if you want, but I'm literally just going to put 2 in there. Now I'm hoping that you're going to go straight away, Mrs. Shaw, you can count in 2s. You are completely right. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So it is just like your repeated addition. You are just adding those on there. So let's have another practice now on using our 5s. So it says to us there is 3 lots of groups of 5 equals. So how many groups have we got? Well done, we've got 3. How many is inside each group? 5. So you could, like I said, you could draw 5 little circles or 5 something inside, but let's make it easy for ourselves, okay? So we're going to now, what can we do? Yes, we can count in 5s. 5, 10, 15. So 3 groups of 5 makes 15. Well done, okay. So Mrs. Shaw is going to draw something on here, and I'm hoping that you're going to say, oh yes, I know what I can do there. Okay, so I've got, these are my boxes that I have got in my shed, in my garden, okay. And inside, I'm going to make it easy for you again. It's got lots of apples, but instead of drawing apples, I'm just going to be, for this video, I am literally just going to draw how many is inside each one. But if you were to see on a problem in image and it had groups of things, you just need to count up. And I know you've had that on that white rose where you've had the boxes of eggs and you could count in 2s when you were, and you could count in 2s up to 10 or 20 or 30, okay. So let's have a look at this. If we were to turn this into a multiplication sentence, we would think, how many groups have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have got 5 groups of, how many is inside each group? Well done, Blossom, there is 10 in each group, okay. So then if we then think, oh, how are we going to quickly solve that? We could think, well, 5 groups of 10. We're now going to use our 10s because we know those. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. There are 50 altogether. Really good multiplying there. So if you ever see a problem and it's got sort of images of things, think how many is in there, okay? And in Year 1, you do tend to get a lot of images that have got 2s, 5s and 10s to help you to count. Now, if you saw a box here and inside you had this, got to pretend that these are eggs, kind of an oval shape, it's a bit like an egg. So these are eggs. Now, you could go, well, you could count in ones, but really we know we can count in two. So straight away you could think, oh, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So you know there would be 10 there. So groups of, okay. So I'm now going to give you have a go at a word problem. And I want to see if we can have a go, and I'm going to show you how you would solve it. So, in my garden, I have 4 trees. Okay, I hope you're already thinking about how you're going to be solving this. On each tree, there are 5 apples. How many all together? I don't want you thinking, oh, that means that's 4 add 5 makes 9, which is sometimes a common mistake. But you really need to look at the question and think. It says, in my garden I have, so you can always underline the main things main information that you might need to help you solve the problem. So you've got 4 trees. So let's go ahead. And you know Mrs. Shaw's not a good artist, so we're just going to go with my trees. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 trees. And then there are 5 apples on each tree. Now, I could draw 5 apples, and you could draw 5 apples if you're trying to solve a problem like this. But I'm just going to be, for ease, I am just going to put 5 on there. So now we need to think, oh, I want to know how many all together. So I want to know how many in total on all of my trees. So you could just go 5, 10, 15, 20, and you know there is 20 apples all together. But if I then said, could you write out the multiplication sentence, you could think, well, there's 4 trees, lots of groups of apples on there, and in each group there is 5, and that would give you 20. Okay, so that would how you could solve a number problem. Don't forget, draw images to help you. Whatever helps you to solve a problem is absolutely fantastic. If you want to use apparatus, you can do in your house. If you want to use cubes or toys or teddies or Lego or whatever it is in your house to help you, you can do, okay? But Mrs. Shaw is teaching you ways of you being able to then draw an image to help you, okay, instead of you using apparatus. So as always, I'm going to give you 5 little questions for you to have a go at on your own, okay? So we're going to do 3 fluency, so those are quite speedy ones, okay? Now you can draw images. Obviously, I'd love you to get to the stage of just mentally thinking, oh, I can use my fingers, okay? I'm going to give you an example of that one. If I was to say 5 times 2, instead of you drawing an image, you could think 5 times 2. So I've got 5 groups of 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's the fluency. That's you mentally knowing the link between multiplication and your times, okay? Lots of and times tables. You can still, like I said, draw images. Let's practice another one. I've got 6 times 5. So I've got 6 groups, so you can show me your 6 fingers. In each group, I've got 5, which means you can use your knowledge of counting in 5s to help you. So you could go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So then you've got 30. So it's entirely up to you, Blossom. This is obviously the next step from you drawing images, because you can just think, oh, I can just actually use my fingers and apply my knowledge of 2s, 5s and 10s to help me solve those. And if you want to practice these, you can practice these quick fluency on hit the button. Just pick up a times table, so a 2, a 5 and a 10, because you can count in 2s, 5s and 10s, and have a go at those on hit the button. And obviously times tables rock stars, you have your passwords. You can try and see how speedy you get on that. But if not, if you are not at that stage, do not worry, just draw your pictures, okay? So let's have a go here. So we're going to have view fluency, and like I said, draw your pictures or try mentally to do those there. Okay, I'm going to now give you some other things to think of. So, tricky ones there, a couple of missing number ones for you to have a little bit of a think of. 5 times what gives you 20? See if you can have a go at that one. Okay, and then here is your word problem. That is your word problem. Now with these, I would actually like you to draw me some of the images. Even if you can do it mentally, can you draw the images to help you and send me a picture so that I can see that you are really understanding what this means? Okay, so draw the images, have a go. And then can you maybe think of as a challenge, so your challenge is, can you make up your own multiplication word problem? So if you send me that in, and I can maybe share that with your friends and see if they can solve your problem. Okay, Blossom, see you soon.